Hey guys, and welcome to part 3 of Let's Make a Board Game Together. So this is gonna be mechanics continued slash theme. I've been thinking about this more, and I think we need some work on the theme to really strengthen this. Because it honestly, the more I think about it, it's probably not that unique of a concept overall. So the theme will probably have to really shine true for it to actually be a unique game out there. And so the thoughts I have on this, I'm really curious what you guys think of this, but I think it would be a really great game for capitalism. Just a really heavy capitalistic theme. And so instead of gold, it'll just be money. And then instead of hatred, it'll be public relations issues or something along those lines. I think that's a good way to approach it. So let's see. This isn't organized the best here, but let's just start a new kind of section. Should probably clean these up a little bit. So let's theme. Okay, there we go. Let's turn this into okay, we'll need to get more specific and kind of break this up into more categories later. But, so for now, general theme, let's just throw this into like an H2, just to break it up a little bit. So this is like the general concept. So the general concept here is a capitalistic theme based around corporations getting as much money as possible without how would you phrase that? Without a public relations fallout. That seems good. Public relations fallout. And the reason I'm kind of getting into the theme a little bit here is after realizing this is probably more of it's not that unique of a concept. So honestly, this may have already been done with a capitalism theme anyways, but it'll be a fun project either way. Not necessarily going at this with the goal of completing a full game and selling it. More of just a fun project to work on as a community and just see where it goes. So I think, but I don't think I finished my point there. So the reason I went to the theme is I think that's going to actually have a pretty heavy impact on the way we do some of these mechanics. Because like hatred gold may lead to a different path than money and public relations would. So I think that'll be helpful to look at it in that lens. And we could always switch back to a more fantasy theme with like goblins and gold or something like that if this doesn't work out. But I feel pretty good about it right now, so I think this is what I'm going to start pursuing, and we can always shift gears later. Alright, so this doesn't change much for our basic mechanics that we've talked about thus far. But I think it does add an interesting twist. So I think how we would want public relations issues to play out is it actually costs money. So there's another level of balance there. Okay, let me jot that down. So let's just do like a H3 for public relations. Okay, so we have a financial cost to repairing relations. Okay, and then also like a heavy financial cost for I don't know, maybe we have some sort of lawsuit, like a really rare. These are essentially replacing our whole hatred concept. So we'd have it'd be the public relations deck or something, and the lawsuits, maybe every player's a company, and they all have it's like a rare card they have. They can play a lawsuit. So if someone really screws them over, then they can hit them with a lawsuit, and it'll end up costing whoever hit them too hard. Yeah, I like that idea for lawsuit. Each player, which we're thinking right now would be a company, has a lawsuit that they play really screwed over. This would be another layer of balancing, but it'd be rarer. So I feel like it'd be a pretty limited resource. Either it's something you can play whenever, but you only get one of them, or certain criteria has to be met before it's played. And then that would really make people consider before really screwing over another player. That will make things very interesting. So, might be worth going through here and doing some updates to the language, but that's not a huge concern right now. I think we need to pull this thread further. So we have public relations, and then the other kind of category in here will be like the company itself. This will be another H3 company, which again is the player. So for the company, I think the goal here, so for a victory condition, a really simple one that comes to mind would just be a certain, spelled that wrong, certain amount of money. Something like that. You reach a certain amount of money and you win. That's one way to do it. It's a really straightforward victory condition, and then it's sort of a battle to the top, trying to hoard the money as quickly as possible without getting hit with too many public relations issues. So the sweet spot would probably be like hovering somewhere towards the upper middle in the game, and then just going super greedy right when you're just within range. Now I have to think about how that's all going to come together. I don't think we've really worked out the money acquiring very thoroughly yet, have we? Yeah, I think. So the initial concept was just a pile of money in the middle of the table. People grab it, and then that's it. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of depth there, but with the public relations, it would definitely make it deeper. I'm just concerned that that mechanic alone won't really do justice to the give and take that I have envisioned. So I wouldn't want it to be too simple, and I wouldn't want it to be to feel like players don't really have any control. It's just, yeah, as opposed to it just being luck of the draw, kind of whoever gets to go first gets the lead, or feeling like a certain spot in the turn order gives you the most advantage. But that might be okay, because we did come up with some ideas around that. Giving the player with the least amount of negative PR the chance to go first does kind of automatically balance the scales a little bit. Yeah, I'm just debating here if I should pull that thread further, really try to think through the kind of center pile of cash. But the main thing that's concerning me now, I think, is if we go with this capitalistic theme, I don't know if the pile of money necessarily fits, which is where my mind's wondering if it needs to be some sort of stock related thing, or some sort of I don't know. I guess. Oh, okay. Hold on. So instead of a pile of money, it could be each company has a certain asset with certain advantages, and all right, let's write this down. I feel like there's something here. Let's see. So each player is a unique company with a certain asset. This needs to play out between players as well, though. Maybe it's competing market, or certain, or it could be a battle for investors or something. Yeah, maybe the asset doesn't matter. Maybe you're just trying to get investors. And there's a limited number of investors with varying amounts that they're willing to invest each round. And maybe in addition to this would be interesting. So maybe in addition to the PR deck, there's a what would it be called? It's like a deal deck where it has some like shady capitalistic techniques you can use to get advantage in the market, or turn investors towards your business over others, like smear campaigns or something along those lines, to just help get you more money versus your competitors. It's an interesting idea. Okay, let's jot that down. Or each, or we have a deal deck that contains types of deals with varying levels of shadiness to them. Oh, okay, this could actually work pretty well. So this deck, every turn you draw a few cards. You have various options for how you want to approach deals. Or maybe it's just a decision you make. Every company can make a decision to do like a shady or a not shady deal. Set number of cards. Drawn turn random effects. Or what was that I was just saying? Or companies have different for more money with a higher PR risk. I like that. That feels really good. Okay. All right. I think for part 3, this is where it's a little rough. It's rough around the edges, but I think we made some good progress here. I'm actually pretty excited about this idea. I think there is some solid potential there, where like each company has some sort of favored approach. They get benefits in one way or another. They have varying options for being shady or not shady, and there's certain PR risks associated with those options. And then other companies can play PR cards that could totally wreck someone's plans or something. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting ideas in there. Okay, so I think we're gonna call it here for now. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this. I am really curious to see where this goes. I feel good about the capitalistic theme, but we'll see where it goes. I'm not totally set on anything yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great night, and I'll see you in my next video.